some more rust repair. Sit back and enjoy. We've got quite a bit of rust here. Fortunately for us, that rust line is above the chassis plate. So it's got a chassis plate that runs right on that seam there. And I believe that's what caused the rust here. I think there was gunk and stuff that accumulated here through the years and caused the rust. It's once the car's assembled, it's not an easy place to get to from the inside. I've actually sat today and tried to figure out how I'm going to do this as one piece, and I've actually decided not to do it as one piece. This is a fairly round over curve which I should be able to replicate with the bender. The problem is the bend on the inside is basically a 90-degree corner, which is a very, very tight bend to do with the press brake. So I think what I'm going to do is I will do a new plate that we'll weld in here up with the bend in, bend it to the inside, bring a new plate down to cover up that area, and then weld those two together, grind it up and clean it up so that becomes one piece, and then replacing all of this in one go. I believe that's going to be the best solution and the best way to get into this. So yeah, let's first cut this section out so that we've got a good idea of what we're working with, and then we'll get on to making the plate. Okay, so like I said, there's the chassis plate that runs through it. So what I didn't anticipate is that the sill in the bottom actually is a separate plate, with the plate coming from the top getting joined onto that, which actually is not a bad thing, considering what we can do now is, like I said, stick with the plan of bending the bottom plate, welding that in, then welding it to that chassis plate, which will make this a solid joint again like it should be, and then welding this plate up and interfacing on that bend there where that bend joins up then on the chassis plate. So that's actually a perfect solution for this. So yeah. Okay, so we've got one snazily fitting plate that I'm going to weld in, like I said, on that upper edge. Obviously we'll weld it up on the outside, and then once we're done with that, the new plate that drops down, we'll weld into that seam, grind it up and finish it off. But yeah, that's the plan. Let's get going on it. Okay, so bottom part's done. Really happy with that result. Looks pretty cool. Um, Welded in back onto the bottom of his chassis plate. Really happy with that. I've cut another strip, and that's the one we're going into next. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you noticed that we had a little bit of a stretch that came in from heat. Easy enough to fix, so not a major. Basically the only thing left to do is just to cut that groove where the two plates join in, to cut that through. I'll be doing that in a second. And then I also found another hole here that we'll fix up as well, but I'm going to do that off camera. That's just a simple weld. Basically, yeah, that's it. So unfortunately this took a little bit longer than what was planned, so I'm not going to get to anything else today, but in the next one we'll fix up the rust in the roof, and then it's the rust in the boot, and then that's basically nearly it. Still got the bonnet that's got a bit of a dent that I want to try and get out smoother, but yeah, we're basically coming to the end of the bodywork, and then we'll be moving on to paint on this one. So let us know in the comments if you liked what you saw. Remember that button, and thanks for watching, thanks for joining. See you next time. Cheers.